Hello, Tracy here, and I have another layout from the Scraptastic February kit. Well, partially. I use a couple papers and a smidge of embellishments, and then the rest of the stuff I use is from my stash. And right now, I know I'm going to mat the picture with this red airplane paper. But I don't want to waste the rest of the paper, specifically the back side of it, because it has like football fields on it, and I am planning on using that for some pictures of my son having to do with soccer, because soccer and football fields look similar. It'll work enough for that layout. Anyway, so I'm using that craft paper, or craft stock, cardstock, the solid that came in the kit, and then this blue airplane paper is Echo Park. That's my boy, and it's called Game Plan. And that is from the Scraptastic kit. I think I said that. And then that paper there, the blue one with the white lines on it there, is from an old scrap or a Studio Calico kit. So, and then the paper there that says paparazzi and model, that's October Afternoon. And it's the Daily Flash line snapshots. Well, it's snapshots and it's develop. So I'm not sure which one is the name of the paper. Okay, so the one with the blue clouds and the one with the flags and that one-way direction paper, and then a couple of other papers I'm going to be pulling out, all in the blue range of colors, is all from my stash. That one-way paper, that came from a Studio Calico kit and an old kit. I think that cloud one may have too, and that flag one. So I have a lot of scrap from old Studio Calico kits. And I'm just sort of arranging these. Instead of layering them, I'm doing the other kind of look where they're all laid out. There, that paper is from the papers that my friend gave me. I'm just going to use a little piece right there. And I go ahead and put that word bubble paper in 3 different spots. It's the only one that I do that with. And that's just so that it's creates like a continuity, and I do it in sort of a triangular shape, so I'm going to go up there with it. And that just, for me, kind of settles my eye, since it's in 3 places and it's surrounding the picture. So it's like framing out the picture, even though there's a lot going on because of all the different papers. And now I looked everywhere for a paper to mat the picture of my son with. And now I'm going ahead and laying the pictures down. I still don't quite know what I'm going to do with the matting his picture, because I had found a gray cardstock, but I wasn't really thrilled with that. So now I know that I want all these papers to go here, so I'm kind of thinking about what am I going to do about matting his thing. So then I take this gray paper, and it's like a bluish gray, not quite bluish, but and I inked it, and then because it's a flat cardstock, there's no embossing to it. It took the ink a little different than I was anticipating, so then I went ahead and brushed it all over, and then I'm gonna cut that out. I really, what I wanted was the perfect blue cardstock to mat this picture with, but again, I've said it in the past that that blue cardstock sure is hard to come by. You know, like a navy. I think the next Studio Calico kit that comes out, I'm gonna look if they have, because you know, if you order with the kit, alongside with the kit, your add-ons and whatever, they ship with the kit for free. So I think I might look if they have navy blue cardstock. Probably comes with a bunch of other colors that I don't really want, but if anybody knows the perfect navy cardstock and where to get it, please leave a comment. I struggle with that. And with 3 boys. And then actually Ronnie Sue Scrapper had said one time, she said, yeah, blue and brown too. And I agree, brown's impossible too. Like a dark, you know, nice dark brown. Not a craft, not a tan, but a nice dark brown is hard to come by too. And I always want to use that. Blue, dark blue, navy blue, and brown. Dark brown, I always want to use those for my boy layouts. So anyway, now I'm outlining everything, and I outlined around the papers. Instead of on each paper, I outlined around them except for the mat, because I left a pretty thick mat for this picture. And here's where I start kind of going through the embellishments that were in the kit. I'm not sure if those frames were in the kit or not, but I start going through stuff, and I end up using the little pack of stars there. I do use those. And those are from the Scraptastic kit, and they're super cute. They're like a plastic, but more like a vellum plastic, so a light plastic. And right now I'm off looking in my stash, in my little drawers, for tags or something to go, because the kit just, I don't know, for whatever reason, this particular kit didn't have a whole lot of embellishments, but I knew that I loved that paper, the word bubble paper, and the cardstock was perfect, and then the red of that airplane paper went really nicely with the red in my son's shirt. So since I had used this kit in my previous layout, the San Elijo Beach one, I had this picture sitting there waiting to scrap it, and it just, you know, the papers were calling out to me. But so these little Hello Summer tags, those are Pebbles tags. The package is right there. And now I'm pulling out these arrows. I had a bunch of vellum arrows left from an old one of my first Studio Calico kits I ever got. And it came with a ton of those arrows. And I still had them left. I mean, I would say probably a kit from 9 months, 10 months ago. It's taken me a long time to get through those vellum arrows. But they were perfect here, because I like that one of them was red, because again, it pulls out the red from the matting airplane paper, and then the red in his shirt, and then that blue banner paper has the reds in it. So that really worked for me. And now I'm using that @ sign, and then I'm putting Magic Mountain, because that's where this picture was taken, which is a theme park. And I'm just using these little tiny letters. I cannot remember right now. Tiny Type is the name of them. And I cannot remember who they're by. But they're navy blue. And they were just perfect because they fit perfectly on that little tag. That little tag came from my stash. And then I'm going to use my tiny attacher to attach these. Yeah, there we go. And I realize, okay, it's not going to reach. That one reaches up there. And then I'm going to use 2 right there to attach those, which I love that look. I think it looks cute with the 2 together, the 2 tags together. Of course you can't see them right now because I'm putting my staples down. There we go. This was a easy, rather quick layout. I love that this picture shows his little Batman shoes because he loved Batman. Oh my goodness, everything. Batman, Spider-Man. Oh, I have the cutest story to tell about him while I do this, my little smidge of journaling here. One time we were at my dad's, and my dad lives about an hour away, and so it's kind of late, and we're driving home, and the car's silent. Everybody's tired. We've been swimming all day. My dad has a pool, and everybody's super tired. So it's just total silent car. And out of nowhere, he says from the way back of the Suburban, he says, "Dad, when we get home, can you pound me?" And my husband and I go, "What? Pound you? He's not gonna pound you, honey." And he says, "Please, Daddy, will you pound me when we get home?" And we're saying, "Chatty, honey, we're not gonna pound you. What do you mean pound you?" And he says it again, "Please, please, please, Daddy, I want you to pound me when we get home." And at this point, we're kind of laughing, but wondering, why would he say that? Like, we're not gonna pound you, And then finally he says, "Okay, well then, will you inch me?" And we laughed so hard. He meant that he wanted us to weigh him when we got home. And so then we figured it out and, of course, laughed. And we've laughed ever since. And the close-ups are coming. And there you'll be able to see what I did with there you go. There's my journaling. Who needs roller coasters when there are rocks to climb? This was before this little guy had a major passion for roller coasters. Back then they were still afraid of them. So anyway, there you go. There's the close-ups. I hope you enjoyed this. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.